Welcome back to my channel. My name is Virginia Underwood, and I am a psychic medium. And today I'm feeling called to share a message with the collective. So give me a moment and we'll get to it. What I'm picking up is this heaviness. Feels like this, that what is it called? That X-ray mat that they put over you in the dentist office, put over your stomach. I feel that over the top of me. And it feels like there are so many of us who are experiencing this very heavy feeling right now, this um, sense of loss and confusion and this feeling of not knowing where to turn to, what direction to move in. The world feels so chaotic. It feels so out of balance. And so many people are waking up, and it's like when you're asleep and your alarm clock starts going off. I don't know about you, but I had to stop using an alarm clock probably 15 years ago because the jarring nature of it was too much for my nervous system. So I told myself that when I need to get up, my body will wake up. I do not need an alarm clock to jar me out of sleep. The point is, though, that there are a lot of people who are waking up right now and they're in that state of feeling jarred and feeling um, that that disoriented feeling of waking up abruptly and like when we're shaken or that no loud noise, which is then causing this energy to radiate out around and through the collective, creating a lot of unease and a lot of unsteadiness in the collective. And that can be very disconcerting and very just not feel good. And what I'm really feeling called to share is that it's so important for us to practice mindfulness and to come back to our center, to feel the feelings and allow them to move through us without attaching the stories. It's so easy to have a feeling come into your body and then the story comes along with it. And instead of just using that as information, we attach to the story and oh my gosh, this is coming up. This must be true. This must be, what's about to happen. I'm not safe, whatever that looks like. And emotion is simply information for us, it's data, and it's here to alert us to something, but not to um, to keep us in that feeling. Because as the name implies, emotion, energy in motion, we want to keep it going. We don't want to sit in it because then it stagnates. It becomes, uh, it creates dis-ease, right? Which eventually creates disease in our body. So we want to allow that to just keep flowing through us, allowing our bodies to be the conduits and doing practices that help us to reconnect to our center, to ground our energy down into the earth, to breathe through these emotions. The image of childbirth has been coming up a lot lately for sessions and in my own experience. Um, and it's the feeling of right before the baby is born. Um, like the mother is pushing and pushing, and the baby is maybe crowned, but the shoulders haven't come through, and those are the hardest part. And so there's so much pain and so many emotions that are coming up in that experience. And we have to surrender. We have to, um, let go of trying to push that baby out, to force it. We have to allow it to come. We have to loosen our grip on what's happening. And the more that we can loosen our grip and we can let go, we can surrender and just breathe into it. Just breathe. Then it loosens and allows that baby to just flow out. And once the shoulders come out, the rest of the baby just comes right out. But being in that space of trying to push it does not feel good. It doesn't feel comfortable. It's hard. It's full of emotion. It's full of feelings. And it's just an opportunity for us to surrender and really to trust, in terms of the birthing analogy, we trust that nature knows what she's doing by impregnating us with this child and then the whole birthing process. We trust that the baby is going to come out and that we have the capability of birthing them. And so I feel like what we're being asked as a collective is to really surrender the need to control what's happening and to breathe and center yourself and really stay in this moment of now, which means allowing the stories to come up and not attaching and believing that they are part of your present moment. They are information to help you release. We're in a time right now with the waning moon. We just had our full moon um, on I think it was the 17th, and we're in that darkening phase of the moon right now. We'll have the new moon on the 25th. And so this is a time of releasing and letting go of what no longer serves us, what we don't want to take into this new phase. And, tomorrow, the 20th marks the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere. And this is a time when the sun is at its fullest, at its brightest. So it's illuminating everything. It's the longest day in our year in the northern hemisphere. And so it's it can be uncomfortable, right? Because it's hot. And so we can feel that heat metaphorically and literally. And so, just allowing yourself to cool off, to be like the water, to flow and to um, reflect, to let go of control. And when I think of letting go of control, the image that always comes up is that trust fall. And I always see it going into the water. So, trusting the universe, trusting Mother Nature to catch us as we surrender to this now moment and what is happening. Um, we signed up for this time in our collective consciousness to go through this great unraveling and you could say collective tower moment where we are breaking down the old systems that we can clearly see are no longer serving our humanity, our brothers, our sisters, and Earth as a whole. We are waking up to the parts of ourselves, the shadow aspects, or you could say the divine feminine that is reawakening, reanimating, and um, this part of us that has been conditioned to not trust ourselves, to not trust the cycles of nature, the natural world. Um, Waking up to this deep inner knowing, this sacredness of life, and that we can trust Mother Nature, we can trust the cycles in our life, and we can trust that what is happening is meant to happen so that we can come back into balance. Because as we can clearly see on this earth plane, Mother Nature is out of balance. We are living in this idea of scarcity, of this idea that there's not enough, and it's simply not true. We are always provided for. I mean, if you're watching this right now, you're here. You have gotten to this point. You have not died yet. So everything that you have needed has been provided. And that will continue until the day that you do die. And as we know, as we innately know, death is simply a transformation. It is not the true end, right? It is simply a transforming of energies. Um, this is a time of remembering who we are. And so, through this chaos, through these divine triggers, we are getting the opportunity to come back home to ourselves, to come back to that simple truth of who we are on a deep soul level. So give yourself some grace. Remember to breathe and to ground and just give yourself a squeeze. You are loved. You are loved beyond what you could even imagine in this time space reality. I know I love you, and I'm so grateful for you watching this video all the way through. Thank you, blessings, and I will look forward to seeing you on the next call video.